The Dacia Spring Cup is done, it's over, it's finished, and let me tell you, I know nothing about European Rocket League. A couple things to take care of before that. Obviously, you guys know Moist Esports picked up X Queso, and another pickup right before the event, Tho, Oli, and Mike Boy, got picked up by Solary. Solary re-entering the RLCS. They have held teams in the past. You guys know who Solary is. Regardless of that, looking at results, pretty, I'd say, there's some upsets in round one. Let's just put it that way. But like they're like EU upsets where like it kind of makes sense. Where like Liquid beats Evil Genius. You're like, yeah, sure, why not? Like whatever. And then Solary beat Dignitas. You're like, all right, sure, why not? Whatever. Screw it. Get to round two uppers and you're like, oh man, Solary beat Endpoint as well. Solary's like they're good. They're like actually like they're not just like peaking, like they're good, long-term good. Low round ones, notable stuff there. Misfits sweeping Evil Geniuses, like tough for EG out 13th to 16th. That's a winter major team. Gonna be hard for them to make the spring major. Good look for Misfits, good look for Carmine. And then lower round two, Carmine continues their lower run, beating Luminosity. Everyone probably would have, I would have put my money on Luminosity there. I would not have picked Carmine after they lost to Semper in the first round. Just like was not looking like they were gonna be able to put it together, and they did okay. Then Liquid beating Dignitas. As you guys know, Jack was going through some stuff for Dignitas over the weekend. That definitely impacted the result here. No discredit to Team Liquid, but that just is one of those unfortunate things. Misfits beating Endpoint. It's like, what's going on Endpoint? Like you gotta grow with Archie a little bit there. Definitely underperformed quite heavily for what I was expecting for them, but what can you do? And then Semper beating Wolves, I'd say that's pretty what I expected out of Semper after how well they played against Carmine and Moist in their upper bracket there. Filling out the rest of the upper bracket, like Moist going full 7 games with Solary, that was a really great series. It's crazy, like almost 7-minute overtime for game 7 there. Moist clutch it out, continuing their their game 5, game 7 win streak there. Really great showing from Solary as well to like show that like they're here, they're ready to play. BDS outclassed Vitality really easily. Like there was no questions asked going into the series. Like it was BDS the whole time except for on Aquadome basically. Filling out the rest of the lower quarterfinals on Saturday, you had Solary versus Carmine and Vitality versus Misfits. Solary just way ahead of Carmine at this point. Could have been a closer series. Carmine put up some goals here and there, but at the end of the day, Solary just like they were on this weekend. They are playing really well. So good performance from Carmine to top 6. Happy for them. Hopefully they can grow on it. And then we get Vitality and Misfits. And Misfits, they were so close to a top 4. And then they just let Vitality claw their way back in, clutch it out. 1-goal games there. In game 6 and game 7 losses for Misfits. Just tough overall for Cash. Top 6 though, better than when I had them. I was doubting them going into this regional, and I'm glad to see them actually performing well. And then we get to Championship Sunday. We start off with an absolute ripper, absolute banger of a series between Moist and Team BDS. And honestly, heartbreak for Moist here, losing on Champions Field in 12 seconds. It was a very close series overall. BDS started figuring out the way to counter Moist really well towards the end of the series, and you can tell just those 2 OTs really making the difference there, obviously solidifying BDS as the upper bracket winner there. And they carry that momentum throughout the rest of this tournament.
He's gonna hit that ball off the backboard, and extra missed. If they committed, that was free. But OT, of course. You said we're strap in wave. You said it was gonna be a long 5 seconds. Extra's gonna score it. BDS are gonna break a huge streak, and they will just edge out Moist Esports. What a show.
Going to lowers, you got Solary and Team Vitality. Solary started off hot, and then Vitality kind of bounced back, and then Oli literally just started popping off. As Jorby said, holy Oli. What a performance from him and Solary overall. Just great from them, their first event out. Definitely excited to see this team progress and likely, I'm going to say likely, make those spring major, because it'll be really good for them to see some new blood on EU land.
His 9th goal in 9 games. This man cannot stop. Are you kidding me?
Lower bracket finals, Moist versus Solary. Moist coming off a loss, Solary coming off a really good win. Moist do show that they are the better team still. Solary hasn't quite reached this level yet. There's definitely like a couple tiers of teams here. BDS and Moist at the top, and then you get that next like A tier where Solary was playing really well the entire tournament, but Moist, after going full 7-game series with them earlier, come out and stomp them for 1. It's a little bit closer on paper, but only allowing 4 goals across 5 games for Moist there. They were stalwart on defense. And you think maybe Moist can carry this win off Solary, a little bit momentum going into the grand final. Wrong. Big wrong. 4-0 sweep for BDS. The thing to note here is they're all 1-goal games except for the final game. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, BDS got like a gimme at the end, so it was practically a 1-goal game the entire series. So BDS and Moist playing really close. BDS started pulling out the perfect countermeasures for against Moist. They looked incredible in the grand final. They were pulling out all the stops in which they needed. They were scoring the goals exactly when they needed to at just the right times. Moist, it was close for them, but not enough to take down BDS. Seiko, dude's insane. Extra Monkey Moon. That's going to be a very, very, very dangerous team going forward. Everyone knew that kind of heading into this, but we didn't know how they would perform in their first event, and they won. So really great stuff overall. Dacia Spring Cup. I'm very excited for how the rest of the Spring Split's going to go and heading into the World Championships. But that has been the Dacia Spring Cup. This is RLCS Spotlight signing off, and I will see you guys later on in the week. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Challenge for them as BDS are back to their best.